Tonight is the Mother Night of Dreams. So I've drawn a few cards to map out what we may all be dreaming about or exploring in the other world as we go to sleep tonight. Of course, we'll all be receiving an individual seed of vision for the year, but there's also how do we go forward together. So the first card I've drawn is the Father. And this is a card about, obviously, the masculine force in our culture is undergoing a huge change right now. And one positive that we can tap into are the old stories and myths and the drive and energy that we have to create change and to be aligned with the fifth world at this time. And so, how can we tap into the ancient myths and the ancient stories and go into our dream time tonight with intent? So the second card I drew is the Keeper of the Wheel. This is the closest thing in the Celtic Shaman's pack to the Wheel of Fortune. And this year that we're finishing up of 2017 is a 10-year. So it's been a Wheel of Fortune year, and great changes and transformations and almost karmic comeuppances have been happening this year throughout our society. So there's a great feeling of change. So as we go into this night, where the turning of the wheel will go into the winter season, we have the traditional knowledge of our culture and of our ancestors to guide us into the changes that we are going to be making starting as we go into tonight. So what is the message of our dream life tonight? The message is that while we may have gotten some of our soul back as a culture, while we may be renewing ourselves, we need to do more work to find out how that energy left our culture and what do we need to bring it back so that it will want to stay and inform us and nurture us. So that's another thing that we're going to be exploring tonight. And then the last two are healing cards. This one says, when I came into this world, I had a deficiency due to trauma. Well, obviously, because we drew a soul loss card, we know that our world and our culture has been traumatized. We have lost many of the energetic and spiritual and cultural supports that kept us strong. So we know that this is a time in history when we're trying to bring that energy back. But we also know, thanks to this card, which says, I have access to temples of healing and resurrection if I want. That in our dream time tonight, we have the ability to renew ourselves, to receive both an individual vision, which will guide us over the course of the year, but also a glimpse into the feelings, emotions, and spiritual help that will take us all like a river into the changes that need to be made. And these glimpses may take the form of pictures, words, or you may just wake up with a feeling. And pay attention to this on the morning of the solstice, because this is as much of a guide about your place in the collective as it is your own individual path. So happy solstice.